not. Behold, I bring you good news of a Messiah. Ye shall find the babe.
By logging on, just go to the church website. But also, you can come to the Christmas Eve services. That we will be, safe and everything. Yeah, we're just social distancing, just trying to take care of each other.
Social distancing?
Why are you still standing there? Grab your laptop and log on, or head to the church if that's your preference, and celebrate the birth of Jesus.
I'll socially distance, but I'm going to church.
I'm gonna go to my mom's house. She's got the fastest internet in town.
Welcome to Drumchapel St. Andrew's online church. Wow, today is our Christmas family service. It's the last Sunday before Christmas. So thank you for checking in, and thank you for being part of our Christmas story and for allowing us to be part of yours. There are lots of things that have been different this year. One of them is that our online church family has just grown beyond anything I could ever have imagined. And that's been one of the positives that's come from this year. And so, in our wide church family, thank you for being here and sharing our Christmas story. All our Christmas services will be posted online, so I will put our 2 Christmas Eve services and our Christmas Day service online on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day. And I hope that your journey to Christmas will be a really special one, and that by sharing in our services over Christmas, that it will make it just that little bit more special. So thank you for being here. Again, I'd invite you during the service to pause me for our different songs and videos. I appreciate it's quite hard switching from one to the other. There's no other way we can do it, so thank you for bearing with us on that one. On our Facebook page, you'll find the links on the post below this one, and on our YouTube channel, if you go right down to the bottom past any recommended videos to the comments section, you'll find all our links there. So please pause me for our first song, which is It Was on a Starry Night. I have got a fabulous Matryoshka doll. And you open it up, and inside is another doll. And you open it up, and inside is another doll. And I'm not going to go any further than that because I could be doing this for a very long time. But what I did do was I pulled out the very smallest one. There are actually 10 dolls in here altogether. Now, if you didn't know what this doll does, then you could look at the big doll and you could think, that is just beautiful. But as you keep opening up dolls, you see that it's wonderful. It's way more than ever you would think it was just by looking at it from the outside. And I think that's what Christmas is like. You look at the big Christmas and it's beautiful. But when you open it up, you discover there's so much more inside. It's full of people and things that make it wonderful. Every bit of Christmas brings something of the wonder of Christmas. And there is so much more if you open it up and look beyond the outside. Let's do a prayer. God, this Matryoshka doll is just amazing. And there is so much in it, and every single doll inside is just fabulous. And when I start opening Christmas, I see that something beautiful becomes something even more wonderful as I see the people and the things that make Christmas the special story it is. Amen. And I'd ask you to pause me, and you've got 2 songs in a row now, and we're going to listen to Rudolph and then Jingle Bells. So if you pause me, click on the links for both of those songs. I invite you to make yourself part of a Christmas prayer. God, I love opening Christmas and discovering that it's not just something that happens to me. I can actually become part of the story. Sometimes I'm like Mary and Joseph, excited about what's going to happen, but not always sure I'm good enough or that I'll get it right. And I see that my journey is just about being me, knowing that I am so good enough and that it's okay sometimes not to be okay. Sometimes I'm like the innkeeper and don't have room for something that's really important. And I see that there is usually a second chance and a moment to turn everything around. Sometimes I'm like the shepherds, and I do make the right call and become part of something amazing. And maybe I need to give myself more credit for being wonderful. Sometimes I'm like the kings and have the courage to follow a star, an adventure, trust my intuition. Sometimes I get lost, and I want to remember that lost doesn't last forever, and I can rediscover stars and angels, and that I can always find my way to a bright future. Amen. We're going to read the story of the wise men in Matthew chapter 2. Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judea during the time when Herod was king. Soon afterwards, some men who studied the stars came from the east to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the baby born to be King of the Jews? We saw his star when it came up in the east, and we've come to worship him." When King Herod heard about this, he was very upset, and so was everyone else in Jerusalem. He called together all the chief priests and the teachers of the law and asked them, "Where will the Messiah be born?" "In the town of Bethlehem in Judea," they answered. For this is what the prophet wrote: "Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, you are by no means the least of the leading cities of Judah. For from you will come a leader who will guide my people Israel." So Herod called the visitors from the east to a secret meeting and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem with these instructions: "Go and make a careful search for the child, and when you find him, let me know, so that I too may go and worship him." And so they left, and on their way they saw the same star they'd seen in the east. When they saw it, how happy they were! What joy was theirs! It went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. They went into the house, and when they saw the child with his mother Mary, they knelt down and worshipped him. They brought out their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and presented them to him. Then they returned to their country by another road, since God had warned them in a dream not to go back to Herod. And a poem called Christmas. Christmas is so many things: homes aglow with light, radiant trees and melodies. It's everything that's bright. Silver chimes and happy times, treats and gifts and fun, messages of peace on earth and joy to everyone. So many wondrous things combine to set this day apart. But Christmas Day is mostly love and Christ within the heart. And that poem's great because the first 9 lines of it start with each of the first letters of Christmas reading down the way. Please pause me again and click on a link for our next song, which is Away in a Manger. I want you to do now a bit of a journey in your imagination. And I want you to imagine a special Advent calendar, which is just for you. It's your Advent journey calendar. And it's sort of like our Advent crown because it's got 5 doors in it. Not the whole month of December, but just 5 doors, one for each of the candles on our Advent crown. And if you can imagine your Advent journey and your picture with the 5 doors, and it can have anything on it that you want to have on it. So just picture it in your mind and picture the 5 doors, 4 doors on the outside, 1 door right in the centre of it. And each door has a Christmas picture behind it. That picture can be anything you want it to be. 5 Christmas pictures, and in your mind I want you to imagine yourself opening each of those doors and seeing the picture that you are putting behind each of those doors. And allow yourself just for a moment to think of that. Open a door, see a picture behind it, and ask yourself what that picture means for you, what it means for where you are now, right now, in this moment, for how you feel about yourself, for who you are, for the people round about you, and what it'll mean for you going forward. Allow that Christmas picture to shine a light on something you've experienced in the past year, or to shine a light ahead of you to light the path that you are going to follow. As you open each of those doors, it might be an experience or a feeling. It might be a person you think of. It might be a hope or a fear. It might be something sad, or it might be something happy. Let Christmas bring warmth, hope, and light to your story. And please pause me and listen to our next song, which is Do They Know It's Christmas? I always like to do a bit of magic at Christmas, because Christmas is just such a magic time. And so I've got a pack of cards here, and you can see there just an ordinary pack of cards all mixed up. I'm going to mix them up a bit, and I'll try and keep the cards up here just so that you can see them okay, so that I'm not doing anything out of camera. And if I mix them up there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split this pack of cards into 3 roughly equal piles. Okay, there's our 3 piles there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first pile and I'm going to count off 2 cards from the top and put them on the bottom. Okay, 1, 2, and then I'm going to put a card from this pile on the top of each of the other piles. So 1, 2, okay, and put this pile back. I'm then going to take this pile and I'm going to do exactly the same with that. I'm going to count 2 off from the top and put them underneath, and then I'm going to put 1 card from each of these on the 2 other piles, and then I'm going to put that back here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. I'm going to count off 1, 2 from the top, and then I'm going to take 1 card from the top and put it onto each of the other piles. And what happens when we do that is on each of these piles we have a king, a king, a king. 3 kings for Christmas. I'm now leaving a gap for applause there. Thank you very much. This trick needs the right preparation for it. It needs the right starting point, and it needs making the right steps as you work through it. I guess that is so like the Christmas story. Everyone in the Christmas story had to start from where they were, even if it wasn't where they wanted to be. And then they had to make the journey to Bethlehem. This is our Christmas story. You can't change your starting position. You can't change anything that's happened. You can't change where you are. This is where you start from. This is the right place for you, right here, right now. It's been a tough year, but this is where you are. And the magic is in you. The magic in this trick is already there. And the magic in you is already there. And we journey to Christmas, and we discover that the magic of Christmas isn't somewhere out there. It's already in who you are. And it's your journey, and you make it amazing. And this year, this Christmas, as you touch all that's going on in Christmas, it will light up the magic in your life, and it will help you to know that you can make that magic work for you, just like the three kings did. And that's what makes Christmas amazing. Let's do a prayer. God, thanks for the magic of Christmas. I know I have to start the Christmas journey where I am, right here, right now. And today, I see that the magic of Christmas isn't outside me. It's looking inside and discovering that Christmas lights up the magic that's already in me. Today, as I open Christmas, discover the magic in my own heart, I will make this journey an amazing one. Amen. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I hope that your journey to Christmas this week will be a really special one. I hope that all that you share at Christmas and the magic that you discover in your own heart, in your own life, will take you to a magical place. We're going to finish off by listening to Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Again, I've linked our closing blessing. May God's blessings surround you today. All remains to say, take care, have a fabulous Christmas, and I hope it will be a really special time for you.